Right, so I'm going to try and record this video with probably the last minutes of light that we have in this day. I'm recording this video, by the way, on a Sunday, if you're wondering. I'm probably posting it on a Monday, so the next day. But basically, today I wanted to talk to you guys about something which is very important, because it's so easy to say this thing, but actually applying it in your daily life is just a different thing. We all know that Allah Azza wa Jal just wants the best for us. Whether it is something that we like, whether it is something that makes us feel sad or anxious or stressed out, or it makes us excited, it's always something that is good for us. As Allah Azza wa Jal, as true believers, He just wants us to attain Jannah, just like we want, right? But it's very easy to say such a phrase, to say, yeah, even when you've got anxiety, even when you've got stress, yeah, don't worry, Allah Azza wa Jal just wants the best for you, so why stress about it? But it's very easy to say, as I say it, this phrase, but it's just a different story when it comes to applying it. I'll give you my story this week. I probably studied the most amount of hours I've ever studied, ever, to then get one of the worst marks I could ever get. And it was, by the way, an economics test, if you're wondering. But I studied so much for this test, so much, day in and day out, and I was just sure I was going to get at least a positive mark, right? At least. But that wasn't the case. And I remember when I got my result on Thursday, the same day I did it, I just got so frustrated, right? So frustrated with all the hours that I put into studying for this test. All the hours that I put into trying to get a good mark and then getting a mark that I could have easily gotten without studying. And on the moment when I realized what my mark was, on the moment when I realized, damn, you just wasted all these hours of your week to do something that you could have easily done without studying, right? It was easy to remind myself to remain calm, right? Because we all know that it's very important to remain calm in moments and acts of anger or frustration. And although I hope I tried my best, I really was very annoyed at the thing, right? Annoyed at the fact that I didn't get the mark that I was hoping for. But I kept telling myself in my head, you know what, don't worry, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just wants the best for you. Allah only wants you to attain Jannah, and this is good for you. You don't know why He allowed it, but just trust Him, right? And it's easy to tell yourself such a thing, but on the moment I was just so frustrated. And I'm sure most of you, and a lot of you, have had moments in your life where you do something and you just put your all into something and then you don't achieve what you wanted to achieve. And it's easy to feel frustrated and it's easy to get very annoyed with yourself, although you keep telling yourself, look, Allah is doing it for the best of me, right? For the best of you. But the problem is that on the moment I didn't realize why it was good for me. But after I got that mark, thoughts started to come up in my mind. I started to think, damn, maybe I should remember more Allah. And so I started doing dhikr. And then I thought, maybe I should read more motivational speeches. I should listen to more motivational speeches. And so I started researching on YouTube videos about, I don't know, Mufti Meng, or videos about Mohammed Hoblos on why you shouldn't waste your life, you know, all these things that you tend to watch when you feel motivated or you want to feel motivated, right? And what happened is that I just realized at the end of my day, when it came to the evening, I just realized that it just got me closer to Allah in some way, which is just incredible, because that mark that I was so frustrated on, that mark that I just got so annoyed about, and I started to question myself, well, maybe Allah Azza wa Jalla is trying to tell me you need to do more dhikr, you need to research more about Islam because you haven't been researching as much as you used to, or I should pray more salah, right? And I ended up in that evening do so much dhikr. I ended up researching so much about Islam in general that at the end of the day I just felt so much closer to Allah. And in that day, before going to bed, I realized, damn, that was really a blessing, because that thing that although made me very annoyed, it let me get closer to Allah. So how can it be bad? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, how many times has it happened to you that something bad happens to you? As in, you try something so much, it doesn't work out, you get annoyed, and you start to think maybe Allah is trying to tell me something, right? And you start remembering Allah more, you get closer to Allah, and somehow your Iman has grown. How many times does it happen, right? And that's how I felt. That's what happened to me this week. And it's something that will 100%, inshallah, happen during my life, during your guys' life as well. So just one lesson that I'm trying to teach you guys is contain your anger, contain your stress, contain your anxiety, and it's normal to feel it, but always remember that there's a better reason, there's always a great reason behind that very thing that it's making you feel in that way, that you think is negative. Always remember that Allah Azza wa Jal does not disappoint those who trust Him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.